Hello, hello, hello. Hi, how are you? You know, every time I get on a call with you, if you don't know, actually, or because some people might be new here, I say I'll call you later because I'm so used to it. I can't be like, oh, I'll film later. So that's why. That's why I say that. Okay? Now, every time I call you, okay, I remind myself, I get remembered, I'm like, oh, I gotta fill my diffuser up. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, got my diffuser, got this in there. Let's get this bad boy. Hello. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Want you in my... What's up, how you guys doing? You guys doing good? I feel rejuvenated. My back kind of feels tweaked. Not good. Definitely not good. So, I'm gonna go to the gym, or when I go to the gym, I am going to stretch like crazy because, look, you're young, you know, you're watching me, you're healthy, hopefully, you know. Listen, you could buy anything in the world. Don't mind the hair. You could buy anything in the world, but you can't buy your health. Also, my door needs some WD-40 on it, but you can buy anything in the world, but you can't buy your health. Don't take that shit for granted, right? It smells like popcorn in my hallway. I don't know why. But you can buy anything in the world, but you can't buy your health. Remember that. The last thing you want is for you to get tweaked or, you know, your back or something, and then, God forbid, it requires surgery. I've had friends that do that, you know what I mean? I've had friends that are in that scenario, and that's the last place you want to be. And to be unable to do anything, such as a business or whatever, right? Because of health reasons or health complications or you know, things like that. You don't want to be in that scenario ever, God forbid. So take care of your body while you still have health, you know, and your body will thank you, and your health will translate throughout the years of you being alive. So let's get that good. All right. Today, I had to do some smoking stuff in the morning. I sent a few emails to a new gentleman that we're getting onboarded basically to the team. So we're gonna see what's going on and go from there. Now, with that being said, you have to, you know, get these people off right. Again, no employee is perfect in business. No employee is perfect. And if you think that, you're the problem, right? Every employee needs to come in and get trained. They need to come in and get trained. I don't care how, you know, good they are. I don't care how qualified they might seem. Every individual in business, when they get into your business specifically, need to get trained. So this new employee that we are onboarding, new team member, right, is gonna need a decent amount of training. Granted, this individual, this individual has no clue, you know, as to what the smog business is. Fine, right? Fine. I get that. Not a lot of people do. Nobody knows what the smog business is. 99% of people don't know. So I gotta kind of bring them up to speed as to what the business is. Granted, this individual is pretty qualified, and I'm sure he's gonna do great. So that's that. Right? Just taking care of a few business things. And then later this week on Chris's shop, if you guys remember, you guys saw Chris, that station, we are getting the sign up and going. We're gonna put the sign up. Oh my God. I don't know if you saw that, but when I was driving by, the construction guys just dropped something. The guys on the construction site. They saw something, whatever. Well, yeah. So that shop, we gotta get the sign up, the smog check sign. So that's that. And then I gotta call Bar because I don't know why they are lagging. Beats me, you know? Christ's sake, man. Get these shops up and running, guys. The Bureau of Automotive Repair. So yeah, that's that. And then obviously no student calls today. No student calls, it's Wednesday. And that's that. I just gotta respond to some students' texts. Some people are doing some stuff. That's that. And then shoe content. Today's gonna be a pretty heavy content day, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right, I will call you guys after the gym, and we'll go from there. Love you. Bye.
One eternity later.
Hello. What's up, you guys? You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was kind of pissed earlier today. I got pretty upset at one of my partners who's not involved in the shops, but he's involved in another business. And, you know, sometimes, look, I mean, this is a day in the life of an entrepreneur, right? And if we want to be honest with each other, or if I'm going to be honest, if, you know, I expect you to be honest with me too. You know, some days I feel like I'm alone. It's fucking, this is one of those days. Like, obviously I'm not alone, but like, I feel alone sometimes. And, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people just don't want it as bad as I do. Some days, I genuinely feel that. Like, it's like up and down, up and down. It's like nothing can just be steady with people, right? And I'm like, I just think to myself, like, I get so frustrated sometimes. I'm like, do you not want money? You know? Do you not want to make it? Like, how do you fuck up slightly? And it's like, we're this far in the game. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just get very aggravated with this stuff. Like, I don't know. And, you know, it's upsetting sometimes. And I want to relate this kind of to being an entrepreneur. Sometimes, you know, you feel like this. Genuinely, like, you got to understand you're in the position that you're in if you want to be an entrepreneur or a successful business owner or whatever the case is. You're in that position because you're able to withstand a lot of these pressures, right? And for example, like, I was talking with my partner and I was like, bro, like, I'm not mad at you, right? But I'm just saying, like, you know, taking fucking trips in the middle of the week with your girl, like, what? Like, dog, save that shit. And it's like, I don't know, dude. It's, oh, I thought my phone was ringing. Hold up, let me put this one on DND. But, you know, I don't know, man. You just gotta ask yourself, do you fucking want it or not, dude? Do you want it or not? Like, are you hustling? Like, bro, because you're not making as much as me and I'm working twice as hard as you. So, I don't know, dog. Like, does that mean you want it? I don't know. I don't understand. Sometimes, like, I just get very lonely in the sense that, like, sometimes I feel like I'm the only person that has the fucking dream that I'm working towards every fucking day. And then it's like, people, this is the problem with people in business in general. Like, they touch a bit of money and then they start thinking they're somebody and then they just, they blow it. They blow their fucking only opportunity that they get. And then they wonder why they're broke again. I don't know. Sometimes I feel very alone in that sense. It's like, dude, oh my gosh. Like, and I was talking with him today and I was like, dude, like you want to fucking push this business to the next level? Do you? I mean, like, realistically, man, how bad do you want it? Because obviously you don't right now. Obviously from your actions, you do not want it that bad. And it was just awkward and it was quiet. But it's like, that's the kind of shit. It's like, guys, you don't, like, people don't genuinely do not understand. Like, bro, in business, when you got a CEO or someone who's in, for example, my position, and I'm sure other people can feel like this too. Dude, you guys understand every second that I waste on bullshit that you fuck up on fucks the company. Fucks your money at the end of the day. And that's what I said. I said, look, and it was like a 12-minute phone call. I was like, bro, every second that I'm on this call, right, dealing with our bullshit right now, I'm going to get us through this. I'm going to get you through this. You're going to get yourself through this. You know, it's wasting our fucking time. This is 10 minutes that I don't need to fucking spend. That's 10 whole minutes. And then it's like, you're brain just gets thrown off track, bro. It's like, guys, look, I don't get it. You can't just be fucking steady for a long period of time. Like 2 months, 3 months, we make, 100,000, 200,000, whatever, right? And then you just, like, you fuck it up all of a sudden. Like, listen, you dumbass, your fucking habits got you to that. Don't go back resorting back. Don't backtrack that. Resorting back to your old habits. Duh. Like, bro, when you look, guys, let me tell you this, man. Let me tell you this. There's a reason why not a lot of people in this world have money. Okay? Like, a lot of people have money, but not a lot of people have money. You get what I'm saying? Look, okay? You gotta break away from your old self. You gotta kill your old self in order to become somebody new, to actually be deserving of the money. Not everyone's like that, but I'm saying in general, you gotta have new habits, new things that you do when you make money. You can't be the same person and expect different results. Does that make sense? So it's like, that kind of stuff just, I can't tell you how badly that aggravates me too. Not even like a little bit. You know what I mean? And then it just drains you of your energy, bro. Like, to the point where it's like, are you fucking dumb? Are you stupid? Like, how? And then you're the one sitting over here telling me, yeah, bro, I want this, this, and this. I want to drive this car, or I want to do this thing. Brother, you can't do that if you're the same person. You can't. You have to sacrifice in order to be someone. Whether it's sacrificing sleep, food, sex, relationships, you have to sacrifice in order for you to fucking grow, for Christ's sake. How hard of a concept is that? And if you don't want to do it, get the fuck out of people's ways when they do, like myself or someone else. Don't lie to me, and more importantly, don't lie to your fucking self, man. You know? And it's like that just gets under my fucking skin sometimes, bro. And it's like, you talk to your team, you break them down, and then, after 3 months, you're having to talk again. It's like, how do you not learn it the first time? Why do you not learn it the first time? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So that's what I was dealing with. I was pretty pissed at that. Granted, today's Wednesday. No student calls. And what's it called? Yeah, just send some emails, talk to some people, and that's basically about it. Just folding my laundry now, and then I gotta make some food for tomorrow too. That's basically what I've been doing. I wanted to keep you guys posted. I filmed like 6 or 7 videos today, so that was basically that. But that's what I've been doing. That's basically where I've been at. I've been at home the whole day. How it is, how it goes. All right, let me put this laundry away. I don't know. There's some people in this world that want it, and there's some people that don't, bro. That's just and as unfortunate as that is, it's like, you just start realizing that over and over and over again. And people tell me like, oh, Arian, you're so mean. You're so like, whatever. It's like, dude, no, I'm not mean. I'm that person that won't bullshit you when it comes to this stuff. Like, I'm not going to accept mediocrity around me, But then no, those same dudes will go out on a Friday night and pull a chick and bring her home. Like, bro, you don't think I want to do that? Genuinely though. You don't think I want to go out and fucking spend 20 grand on a table? You think I'm incapable of doing that? Genuinely. You think I can't do it? Or I can't fucking pull up to the club with like 20 chicks? Dude, I don't, because I know it sets me back from the greater goal. That's how it is. You sacrifice something. Unless if your freaking, business is with girls, like whatever, But it's like, guys, even then you gotta be locking in, man. Even then you gotta lock in. Even then you gotta be on your game even more. I know dudes that freaking outwork me, man, and I feel like I'm overworking myself like crazy. You sacrifice a few years of comfort, man, for a lifetime. For a lifetime of success. You sacrifice a few years of freaking comfort for a lifetime of success. How do you guys not understand that, man? How do people just not get it, bro? Like, by the time, genuinely, if I continue going like this, I could probably retire by the time I'm 30, man. That's a crazy thought to even say out loud. That Bugatti hat is there for a reason. I've told you this. That Bugatti hat is there for a reason. And I'm not gonna wait here and sacrifice my dreams and my goals for your dumbass. How it is, man. How it is. I don't get why people find that so hard to like fucking comprehend, dude. I don't get that. I don't understand that. You know? I don't know. I genuinely just don't know. I don't get it, dude. I don't understand people sometimes. They sit there and they tell you one thing and they do another thing. That's what like aggravates me. It's like, dude, you sit there and you tell me you want all these things and you want to succeed and you want to grow and you want to get somewhere in life. And then I see, it's like, dude, what? You don't even, it's not like you're even letting me down. You're letting yourself down. You're disrespecting you. You are the only person you disrespect. Most important person in this world, yourself. Think, my friend. I don't know. And all you can do for these people, right, this is what I've noticed, because I've ran into this problem quite a few times. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had issues with, you know, my partners in the smog game or whatever other business venture I'm in. I've had this issue, right? The only thing you do is you gotta kind of sit there and talk to these people like in a way that's in a selfish way, because at the end of the day, look, this is gonna sound like kind of like dark, but everyone cares about themselves. Like you gotta kind of admit that at the base of every human is just greed, and I'm okay with that. Like I get that, right? So you gotta tailor these conversations to themselves, you know, and kind of break down that aspect of it. Like, yo, you know, and this was the same kid that told me, you know, oh, I want a Lambo, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. All right, bro, cool. You want that, and your actions say that, you know? So you got to be in a selfish way. And then, but you can't, you see, you're in the position that you're in because you're able to like withstand these pressures, right? So you can't sit there and go at it with an aggressive tone, because I've done this in the past and that was a mistake on my end, right? Because that not only makes you seem like an asshole, right? Just makes you seem like a genuine, not good person. And you don't want that. So you start talking to them in a selfish standpoint, like, okay, well, you want to do this, this, and this, yet your actions are saying this. So how does that make sense? You know? So that's just kind of how it goes. Like, you can't lose your temper, and I'm working on that a lot. And you got to say on the call, like I say, yo, I'm not like mad at you. I'm just saying like, I'm saying your words back to me the same way you would expect, I would expect you to say it to me. You know, and my partners have checked me in the past too, right? So it's like, you got to make sure this individual is open to criticism, and be very mindful of people that aren't open to criticism, because that's a very dangerous person, and they get blinded by their own, you know, they almost have like a God complex to them, and that's not necessarily good at all. That's actually, to be honest with you, that's horrible. When someone has a God complex surrounding them and that you cannot get through to those people. And I have people like that in my life, and it's like better to just leave those people alone, and they will figure it out eventually. See, let me tell you guys something. Time will fix all problems. Every problem. Time will fix it. It just depends on the amount of time, right? Now, as an entrepreneur, as somebody who wants to be successful, and I'm talking to you, right? You fall into a weird crossroad where it's like, I don't have enough time, yet time heals everything. So what I've figured out in my journey thus far is just continue what I'm doing, because year over year, if I was a stock, I would give you higher returns than Nvidia. Yo, I love myself. No, but dead ass though. Like if you view my progress year over year, I'm growing year over year. Maybe I might not be growing as fast as I would, like, but I'm still growing. That's the thing. A lot of people grow and then they go back. That's what you never want in life. I'd rather have steady growth than no growth or backtracking growth, for that matter. So what if I figured out is like, okay, time heals everything. All I can do is just keep doing whatever I'm doing because that's obviously working. You get what I mean? $50 for this therapy session. And I'm out of water. Your fault. That's it. I'm dead. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let me put this back and I'll be back. So yeah, you get stressed, you get angry, but that's business. That's life. That's how it is. And I share these instances with you guys to let you know, like, look, it's not just you going through this bullshit. I go through it too, Just because I'm making money doesn't mean my life is perfect. My life is definitely, by the grace of God, a lot easier than some of the problems that maybe other people are facing, in this specific time, okay? But, I still go through some of this stuff, and it's like, being an entrepreneur, man, let me tell you, it's a very lonely journey. It is. Because you have a vision up here, and you see the vision. If you're strong enough, mentally, you could genuinely see this vision when you're going through it, when you're going through your day-to-day life. But unfortunately, the hardest part of life is to make other people see that vision too, right? And for somebody like me who communication, is not necessarily my greatest skill. Talking is a skill of mine, but communication and communication is a skill in and of itself, right? And then like having one-on-one communication with people and trying to make them understand the vision is another task, right? Like you gotta be pretty good. I was eating ice cream with this one the other day and I bent the shit. But whatever, you get my point, And coming from somebody who I'm not necessarily too good at talking to people. Like I'm good at giving orders and I'm good at being in the position that I'm in, but like I can't help you if you don't want to help yourself. That makes sense? There's only so much you could show a person to like quote quote motivate them. You show them the money, you show them, cars, you show them the lifestyle, you show them the X, Y, and Z, whatever. And if these individuals don't necessarily want to help themselves, like, brother, I can't really do much else for you. And then people wonder why they're stuck in the whole jobs or life that they're in. Like, can't sacrifice, bro. You can't sacrifice. That's why you're in the position that you're in. Again, I'm sorry if this sounds harsh, dude. But, again, I'm that I don't even want to call myself an influencer, dude. I'm that fucking dude who takes videos of himself, okay, talking alone in his fucking apartment, but telling you the hard fucking truths of reality. That's who I am. And that's what I want to be fucking portrayed as, me. I don't want to fucking play a character on social media. I don't give a fuck about the character that I'm going to play. No, I want to fucking give you raw, unfiltered pause. I want to give you, the raw and unfiltered version of my life. Like, I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to fucking sit there and give you BS. I want you to see everything in my life exactly how it is at all times. And sometimes I go through this shit too. A lot of times, actually. I go through it a lot sometimes. Sometimes more than others. Sometimes everyone is good. Everyone is dandy. But all the times, everyone's paid. That's all I care about. That's all I have to care about. Sometimes I gotta check people too. You gotta put people in their place sometimes. It's not just always fucking sunshine and rainbows. And that's the thing. If your team is doing it too much, that's on you too. So I gotta take, if I'm a entrepreneur and I'm a freaking successful dude, right? I gotta take accountability for these things too. It's my fault at times. Right? It's my fault actually all the time, not all, sometimes, all the time. All right, I'm gonna vacuum my house. Hold on. Like, damn. We for real are the same person. That's life, my friend. That's life. Life is being able to do the same bullshit day in and day out. That's it. For long enough. And whoever does it longer without fucking the game up wins. You know? You're making money. Don't fuck around. Don't waste it on stupid shit. Don't fucking go out and start getting fucked up. Like, there's a reason. Look, bro, look. I sound like an idiot when I say this stuff, right? I sound like an idiot when I say this stuff, right? But then, when a dude wins the lotto and loses all his bread, you guys look and you're like, oh, you see? Yeah, because she didn't know how to manage money. Crazy, bro, crazy. People just don't get it, dude. I don't know. And not you. I'm not like specifically mad at you, okay? Relax. I'm not mad. I'm just aggravated. That's more what it is. It's like I'm just annoyed because it shouldn't even be a problem. You know what I'm saying? And the more instances you have like this, right? It just slows business down. War is bad for business, my friends. War is bad for business. And the more friction there is in a business, the less the business thrives. It's kind of how it goes, man. Kind of how it goes. All right, let me go throw my trash away. I'll be back. The more friction there is between you and your partners at any given time, okay, is, the more friction there is between you and your business partners at any given time, okay, is a direct correlation to how much money you guys are going to make in the future. And if your business partners are dicking around, jerking off, you know, check them. Because you can't, especially if you're in your 20s, right? Early, mid, late, I don't care, dude. You don't have time. Time is not infinite. It seems infinite. You get what I'm saying? I'm a dude who's not satisfied. I don't care how much I have. You understand? So I'd rather have more and still be unsatisfied. You get what I'm saying? Kind of how the fucking game goes, dude. Kind of how the game goes. What the fuck? Oh. I thought someone was playing the flute. It was a motorcycle. I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on right now? I was about to go downstairs and be like, brother, give it a rest. Maybe? I don't know. Whatever. All right, I'll call you guys in a sec.
A few moments later.
What is going on, you cutie patooties? I've had a day. Another partner pissed me off today. You know? Again, I mean, you know, I'm not perfect either. I'm not making these videos and trying to say that I'm perfect or anything. I lost my temper, right? Annoying. And I don't like when I do it, but I'm very passionate. So when I do it, I'm just kind of like, I sit back and I'm like, I sit back and reflect on, in my life, a lot. I reflect a lot. And, you know, I sit back and I think a lot of the times, like, did I make the right move, or did I say the right thing, or did I do the right, whatever, X, Y, and Z, you know? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And with this particular partner, I don't know, I was just like, dude, like, how are you talking? Again, again, whatever. I won't get into the intricacies of the interaction. But I'll say this. If you have a partner that you see is putting like blood, sweat, and tears into something, don't take that for granted. Like, a lot of people want to be in my position. And don't get me wrong, my position comes with a lot of perks, right? But there's also a lot of stuff you guys don't see. There's also a lot of bullshit that you guys don't see, even though you guys see more than 99% of the people in my life. So, we're calling a partners meeting tomorrow. All the partners. I have two partners. One-on-one. They don't get along with each other. and I'm the reason why they met. So it's like this. It's like a bridge. This is me. Pause on this whole, right? They're not necessarily getting along with each other, and then it kind of falls back on me. So it's like I gotta strategically kind of go around this in a way. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I get stuck in the crossfires sometimes, and I lose my temper because it's like, guys, every second that I'm dealing with you two, or I'm dealing with bullshit from either of you, we're not growing, or we're not doing something, or we're not whatever. So, there's a partners meeting tomorrow, if that goes. Arguably at the worst time, because we're running ads on Smog. We're gonna run ads on Smog King, and we're opening up a new shop, and we're trying to get multiple shops under review, and it's like, guys, like, oh my god, money gets in the picture, people start getting, ego gets in the picture, people start becoming worse. It's like, guys, so my point is, I don't want to start ranting. My point is, if you have a partner or partners, and you're stuck in a position where you feel like either you're working too much or you're not working enough, either side pick up the pace. I don't care if you're working too much or you're not working enough. Sometimes I feel like I outwork my partners by a landslide. It is what it is. And there's a reason why I'm in the position that I'm in. You get what I mean? People could talk shit. People's ego gets in the way, but proof is in the pudding, bro. You know what I mean? Proof is in the fucking pudding. Like, you want to build yourself up so much that people can't even allow themselves to even attempt to bring you down. You get what I'm saying? You can't ever don't give people excuses as to don't give people the ammo that they're going to shoot you with. So don't be that partner and be like, mixing your ego in business. Understand, in business, you got to bring your ego down. There's sometimes I'm the smartest guy in the room, but I don't talk. There's also times I'm the dumbest guy in the room and I don't talk. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't let your ego blind you on both sides. Either side of that scenario you're on. So understand that. You get what I mean? Don't sell yourself short, because you inevitably need people to grow in your company. You can't do it by yourself, right? Mix it with ego, high testosterone dudes, people that are aggravated, right? Not because of the business per se, but because of their own personal lives, right? Whatever, girlfriend, drama, whatever they got going on. And I'm not saying they do, I'm just saying in general, right? Like, I'm giving you guys a holistic view of all. Mix it with all that, brother. It's a recipe for fucking disaster, which is why a lot of people don't succeed with one another. They're not willing to put aside their differences and actually grow and continue something bigger. Rockefeller said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. I'm a very firm believer in that. And which is exactly why I get, which is exactly why I said, I'm not proud of being, of losing my temper or just being aggressive over the phone, right? Like, that's not correct. That's not the right way to do it. Politically, that's not correct. It's just not the right way to do business. War is bad for business. And I literally told you guys this today. That's like one of my favorite quotes. War is bad for business. The more friction you have in business between partners or upper management, the less money there's going to be. I care about money, dog. I don't care about anything else. I don't give a fuck if you want to pay me $1 million to tell you that door is black and it's clearly white paint. You pay me $1 million, it's black. As long as the money's legal. Don't take that out of context, all right? And be like, oh, this guy's willing to do anything. No. I'm willing, I still got a conscience. I'm a moral, God-fearing man. You get me? As long as it's, right and just, fine. I'll do whatever you want me to. I've sacrificed more than I have now. and I'm willing to do it all over again. Take everything away from me and you are in a room, I'll guarantee you I win. Because I'm willing to sacrifice more. I had one meal today. I'm willing to sacrifice more. I'm okay with that. That's how life is, my friend. Some people just want it more. It just boils down to who wants it more than the other guy. I swear to you, if you're in the game long enough, you will see that. People start dropping like flies. They get out of a relationship. They start spiraling. Something doesn't work out in their life. They won't do it. They get hooked on drugs. They start chasing tail, you know? Let's be honest here, bro. You know what I mean? I've been through all the phases, bro. So if you're in the game long enough, you will succeed. But you can't succeed when people are arguing and people can't set aside their differences and their egos. So tomorrow is going to be interesting. I didn't expect it. I got my list here, my talking list. I can't let you see it too much. My talking list for points. You always want to go into, your conversation. You can't be messy. You want to go and execute it perfectly, right? Here's what we got, bro. Again, I'm a black and white guy. Is it making money or not? Are you going to make me money or not? If you are, cool. If you're not, bounce, dog. I would say that if it was my own brother, my own family, I don't care. You understand? Money is the bottom line, bro. Money is the thing that you're fucking chasing. Money is the reason you're waking up tomorrow. Don't lie to me and don't lie to yourself. Money. That's all I give a fuck about. That's it. Thankfully, I'm single, no kids, no baby mama, no mad exes, you know what I mean? That's it, bro. All I gotta do is just work. My daily life is just I wake up, I make money, and I go to the gym, get a pump, and I go to sleep. That's my daily life. And I share it with you. So, I gotta start thinking. Time is now 11:36. I want to take a warm shower. And stressful day, bro. I hate dealing with this because war is bad for business. People get their egos hurt, and then no one knows what the fuck's going on for like a day, and then everyone resets back to being a idiot again. So I don't want to deal with this longer than I already have to. So, and it's Halloween weekend, for Christ's sake. I just want to relax. Am I allowed to do that? No, Arian, you're not. All right. I love you guys. With that being said, today was a pretty heavy episode. I know that. You go through ups and downs, and I hope you see all of the ups and downs. I give you guys obviously briefs of it. I don't want you guys to be on that call just out of respect for my partners and me, the relationship that we have with each other. Obviously, I don't want that's a bit too intricate for the time being, but I give you guys overviews of, what's going on, who's who. So, we're all young. We're all ambitious hustlers, and hopefully that could translate to something bigger. If it can, it can. If it can't, it's business, bro. Grow the fuck up. Grow a pair. That's how it is. All right. So, and hopefully you'll never go through these things. But I'd be lying to you if I said you will. You won't. You will. So hopefully these videos give you an expectation of what you want, what you're going to go through when you become a successful entrepreneur. So, entrepreneur, from one entrepreneur to another, this concludes yet another day in the life of an entrepreneur. I love you. I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode. Sounds good? Bye.